I I just wanted to post this video of a message for my father, for my dad. I just wanted to say this to my dad, Papa. I love you. I respect you. I've always understood you. I feel like from all your kids, I've seen a different perspective of you and how you maneuver shit. Excuse my language, but and how you maneuver things. And yeah, I would say, yeah, I've seen you like my dad, but I've always seen you more as just a guy. Um, yeah, I never had the typical father-daughter thing with you. You're always very hard on me, with everything. And that's why a lot of people say I act like a man. But that's besides the point. You know, you the way that you raised me taught me to be very, very hard. Like I said, even with living in all these different households, I learned how to deal with pain, even if it hurts. I know how to handle it. And yeah, if I'm in pain, not a lot of people see it. And I feel like I get that from you a lot. The suffering and silence stuff, even though I don't agree with it right now. But yeah, I always respect you, always loved you for who you are. I know the decisions that you made were crazy. I don't really judge people off that stuff. I feel like the way that I treat you is how I always see guys. They will always say crazy stuff. Oh, I did all this stuff. I had so much girlfriends. And I'm always like, okay. And every time I'm with them, with those guys, they say the same thing like you always say. You're so understanding. You're so this and this. I'm like, thank you. Because of my father. But I do want to say, I don't care anything if you disagree or not. I can never respect Monique. Okay? I can, it's cool. She's a normal person to me. Cool. Like, I'll always say, thank you for what she did and everything. But I just can't respect, like, that's not my thing. You know what? I can respect her. But I cannot pretend to act like I'm cool with her. It's just the way that she is, I'm cool. That's with all your women, okay? They've always treated me weirdly, but you never seen it because somehow you love all of them. But I know that you love Monique the most. And to be honest with you, now you always say I'm just a kid, but now that I am considered an adult, a young adult that has a choice, I choose to only speak to you as my parent, as my dad, to only speak to you, nobody else, when it comes to these parent stuff. To you only, because you are my father. It's very hard for me to speak to a woman that called DCF on my father and told them that you were getting abused by him. To tell me all the time, I don't like your dad. I don't love your dad. Your dad did this, your dad did that. And I try to help you as a woman or a girl. And I'm younger than you, baby. But as a woman, as a young girl, I'm telling you, well, if you do feel that way towards my dad, because me personally, I feel like he's done everything for you. He has put you above all his children. But if you do feel that way, leave him. And then I tell her that, she goes tell you, and she makes it something different and say, oh, your daughter said I should leave you. No. I was answering her thing. So she will always be confusing to me, and I don't think you'll ever understand that. So it's very hard for me to try to call this lady mommy, to call her all these things, when I've did that majority of my life because you asked me to do that, and I treat everybody like that. But if she is making me uncomfortable, disrespecting me and my father, how does that look for me? You know, I'm not her child. DCF came, they didn't even talk to me, and that shit made me very, very uncomfortable. It really was, fuck me, and only her kids mattered. Gabriella called me and she told me that she questioned all the other kids. She didn't ask me nothing. You know why? Because I'm not her kid. So she's making that clear. She doesn't want to be with you, right? So let me separate myself and be with my father. Then I see that she does want to be with you. She loves you a lot. She doesn't want me to be near you. Monique wants you to herself. She wants you to live with her kids. But you will never see it. So it's just a self-respect thing for me. I can't try to be fake and be friends with a lady that doesn't like me. She don't like me. I know you keep saying, oh, she gives you food to eat. That doesn't matter. Somebody can do all the things in the world for you and still not like you. That's all, and that's it. And I've said this plenty of times. I even told you that when I was in the hospital. I told you that when I got in a car, and then you agreed with me, and then you flipped your answer as soon as you get with her. I don't know what she got going on with you. I don't know what you and her has going on, but that's none of my business, okay? But I'm telling you, I'm moving on with my life. I am not gonna stay in a house that I feel uncomfortable in. This is my cue to wake up so I can get out of y'all way. Because this is your family. This is your story. This is your life. You had sex with Monique and had her children. She wants to be with you. She wants you to be with her and her kids. That's what she wants. That's what she's always wanted. She doesn't want you going to all your other kids. She doesn't want you to go help Levinsky. She doesn't want you to go see your other kids. She doesn't like when you talk about your kids. She wants you to focus on her and her 3 kids. She wants that family. She wants the man to only be with her. You know, she gets jealous when you are with the other women, when you are with her children. So why would I get in between that? This is none of my business. You're telling me to say hi, do all this stuff, I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying hi. Because she doesn't want me here. She does not want me here. And as my father, if you were in your right mind, whatever, you would have addressed the situation. But you can't stand up, you know, because you don't like to speak up about these things. Yeah, some bad traits. But like I said, I'm moving on. I'm gonna go figure me out. I'm not scared of anything. God has me. Everything, God has me. You know where to find me at. You are a very spiritual guy. I see you everywhere. Even when I was in the Navy, I see you. Even when I go to sleep, I feel you there. I know you're everywhere. You're watching everything. So, I'm telling you, I'm moving on. Love you as my dad. Really, really do. But it's time for me to get the fuck on. Couple months, I turned 20 years old. That sounds crazy to me. I can't be childish anymore. I have no room to laugh and enjoy life and do all this shit. I have to get up and do something with my life. I don't have the privilege. I never had the privilege to just be a normal kid. I always had to get up. I always had to do some shit. I always had to follow rules. Everybody else had the privilege to be the child, to sleep however long they wanted, to walk however they wanted, to go outside, do all this stuff. I didn't have that. I was always working. I was always in school. I was always doing something. Always. And you still don't trust me. I can't be normal. Like, I can't sit down and go to school and just be normal. Like, it's not in me. I can't. There's more for me to do. I have a more bigger thing for me to do. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. I even ask God a lot. I'm like, God, I've been through all this shit, and this is all I gain from it? There's no way. All this shit I had to do. This all you gonna hand me? No, bro. I'm called for more. I'm not settling for regular ass shit. I don't care if a guy loves me. Only. You gonna have to show me everything. I wasn't getting my ass beat for no reason. I wasn't getting cussed out for no reason. I wasn't being fucking excluded from life for no fucking reason. I wasn't getting bullied by all these women for no fucking reason. I was not walking on eggshells for no goddamn reason. All these situations, all these things that I've been through, I decided to make it my power. I'm a very disciplined person. I know how to work, very smart, very intelligent, very resilient, able to go through fire. I know how to do shit even if I'm scared. And obviously I have a lot more shit to learn. Always. I'm not an expert at everything, but I'm willing to learn. So, I'm moving on. I'm not gonna be here forever. I've always said that. I'm not scared of dying. I've done too much, like, this in this department of life, you know, of helping you all the time, of understanding you. I feel like you need to, I don't know what you got going on, but I'm gonna leave you with your family. I'm leaving you with your family. I have nothing else to say. You need to love your woman, and I need to get And I need to separate from between y'all. Because that's what Monique wants. I don't know why she's scared to say that. She's letting all these people get in her head, even though she loves you. She loves you very much. And she wanna lay on the bed with you. That's why she can't stay still. She always need to go somewhere. She is a liar. But like I said, bro, I'm moving forward, bro.